viewers to send me their backstory on how they got their usernames or gamer tags, and we got the forum right here. So we're not even gonna waste any time, bro. We're just gonna get right into this shit, bro. Response number 1, we got Yigfer. Okay, I low-key forgot. I should have put a question saying what's their username or gamer tag first, and then the story, but they'll probably include it in their story. Right here we got, I just spammed letters when I was 6 and got my Xbox. Yigfer ended up coming out, and I wear that shit to this day. I can agree, Yigfer's not fucking lying, bro. I know damn well Yigfer actually uses this username still to this day. It's iconic, bro. Like, he can't change it. Even when he's a dad, that's gonna be his username, bro. But honestly, based off of how he got the name Yigfer and how iconic it became, I'm gonna give that shit a 10, bro. Fuck it, that's an easy 10, bro. W fucking Yigfer, bro. Oh, we got a long one here. Okay. So I was thinking of a name. So I decided to start thinking of children books. I thought of Where's Waldo. Oh, this is Spins. Which is called Where's Wally in the UK. But then I thought of the American version. I decided to use that, but just remove most of the vowels and some of the other letters, making Where's Waldo. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Spins went through so much usernames, but this is definitely a good one, bro. At first, I was like, what the fuck does this mean? But I really broke it up on my free time because I saw the name and I was like, oh shit, that is something to do with Where's Waldo. So, hey, and Where's Waldo is a fire-ass book, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I used to, look for that man in my library, like in 2nd grade. So, I'll give this like we'll give it a good 8 out of 10, bro. The only thing that throws me off is why Waldo out of all, cartoon books, but don't get me wrong, Waldo is valid. W's how you put it all together to make this. Good 8 out of 10. Okay, here we go. I see a familiar name in here. I went through 3. Breaking Point, which I made that in my username when I was in a team called Breaking. Then I changed into Special Point because I found out I was autistic. Then, yo, let me slow the fuck down before we continue reading this shit, bro. W backstory so far. Breaking Point. All right, let's see. I switched to Jovix because my cousin name was Jovix and he ended it, and I memorized him by taking over as Jovix. Yo, see? Breaking Point. I never knew that was the backstory behind Jovix. See, now that actually makes me want to respect the name Jovix a lot more, because someone that he lost due to suicide, which is it's a very, very important thing to talk about. We talk about that around here. A lot more awareness got to be spread for that. So shout out to Breakpoint. Actually, I fuck with Jovix, bro. That's a W backstory. I honestly thought he got that shit from AI, but hey, W backstory. We'll give that a 10, bro. Just cause of how he got it. But like Breaking Point and Special Point and all that before that shit was ass. I'm not gonna lie. But this new Jovix one is valid. All right, next we got. People couldn't pronounce my real name, so they kept calling me Noni. I used to watch It's Jarian and Martos a lot, and that's how I came up with the username It's Nonitos. Noni is my fucking boy, bro, so shout out to Noni for coming up with this name. It's iconic, bro. Ever since I met Noni, he's been known as Noni. I don't know how long he had the name, but we'll give it a 9 out of 10, bro. Noni's the fucking GOAT, bro. Who doesn't love Noni? Oh, Mr. Flaco in the fucking building. Okay, bet. Let's see. The legendary name Flaco came from my IRL friends who say I'm skinny, which is Flaco in Spanish. So I decided to make my name, but with a K. And that's how the legendary Flaco started, bro. Calm, simple, and right to the point, bro. Ever since I met Flaco, his name has always been Flaco, so it's iconic at this point, bro. I don't want to call him by any other name, bro. Flaco is Flaco, bro. I like how you just replace it with the K, and that's his whole branding. Now we'll give it an 8, bro. I mean, I haven't seen any ass ones so far besides the one I didn't want to read. I got my first namer tag was the Fluffy Carlos. I got it because I am fluffy and my name is Carlos, bro. Hey, respect to fucking Carlos, bro. I mean, I don't even know what else we can say, bro. W Carlos for coming up with his name, bro. Sometimes simple is just better. That's what I'm saying, bro. W Carlos, bro. We'll give that a 7.5 out of 10. That's not bad. Next, oh shit, yo. Oh, this is Red Rum. Okay, Red Rum came up with a long ass definition, bro. How I came up with my old user, TTV Red Rum _ was when I first started streaming again for real. I was streaming COD MW3. And when I got the username idea of me being decent at the game and I was getting kills. And getting kills is murder, and murder backwards is Red Rum. And I was streaming on Twitch, so that's where the TTV came from. And now my username is ForRedRum. Came from the idea of wanting to rebrand for the future, and from a producer tag I was thinking of making. The tag was, we did this for RedRum. ForRedRum equals ForRedRum. Okay, that's not bad, bro. I actually fuck with that, RedRum. I think I heard RedRum mention once that he got his username from doing COD, and he was like, go to that COD. So I respect that, bro. We'll give that a 8.5 out of 10, bro. That's not bad. That's not bad. I actually fuck with that. Next, we got, go follow 2024 Tundra on TikTok. Yeah, ban your ass. Oh, all right. We got a video submission. We got a video submission. I did say if they don't want to, do a story time, they can submit a video if they are creative. Let's see this shit. Oh, this is Tundra's backstory and how he got his name. Okay. Let's turn this shit up. This is Tundra's backstory on his name. He made an edit of it. That's fucking creative. Now restart. I didn't hear it.
Yo, it's Playboy Cardi, and we are with Genius.
Who's your favorite editor?
Tundra. Alex K9.
Hey, yo, did you guys hear who's his favorite streamer? Hold on, rewind that just a second.
Alex K9.
Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10, bro. We don't even gotta finish it. Where did Tundra get his name? Oh yeah, that's fucking Aura. Who's your favorite streamer again?
K9. That's Twitch.
Oh yeah. See, I was about to give you a 10 out of 10. Then I see this shit at the end of the fucking video, Tundra. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You just lost all points. 0 out of 10. Nah, I'm playing, bro. Real talk, bro. Tundra, you got the 10, bro. I'm gonna do a quick backstory on how I got my username. While we wait for more people to submit theirs, bro. Alex K9. How did I come up with this name? A lot of people think K9 means dog, which it does. I'm not the one who, that's not what K9 means for me, okay? First of all, the Alex part comes from my name is Alex. That's common sense. K9, the first letter of my last name, okay? It's the first letter of my last name plus my favorite number combined into one. Alex K9, bro. Now, a lot of people started wondering, how the fuck did I decide to combine the two into a name? At first, I'll admit, K9 was supposed to stand for cop back in first grade, because there was a certain person in my class, she would always, put doctor on her name, doctor, and then her name. So the teacher, when she would return papers, she was like, doctor, and she'll say that girl's name, okay? I thought that shit was so fire, bro. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put, Alex K9 as mine. So, she thinks I'm a cop or something. And I remember my teacher said Alex K9, bro. I was never so fucking happy in my life, bro. So shout out to, I don't remember her name, bro, but shout out to my first or second grade teacher for making history by reading that name out loud and making Alex K9. But later on, I did give K9 a meaning, but back in the day, it was supposed to be something to do with a cop. All right, next, we got The Real Molly was the original. Now it's The Real Molly with an X. All right, cool. Let's hear the backstory. I got the name because in 2021, I wanted to start doing TikTok, doing GTA content. At the time, my friend used my Fortnite account and he changed my Epic to Molly. So when I was coming up with a name for TikTok, I liked the name Molly. And I looked up the name to see if anyone had the name, and they didn't. So I made my TikTok account and named it The Real Molly. Now the name is unavailable because of the drug. I spell it The Real Molly with an X and not with a letter O. Now I got more aura, and now I am the legendary The Real Molly. Fire, bro. Molly, bro, I've known this man for 3 years almost, bro. Oh, that's crazy to say. What the fuck? I never knew the backstory on bro's name, if I'm being honest, bro. But, hey, we'll give that a 10 out of 10, bro. I'm glad he was able to save the username just because of one thing got changed. I believe we've been through all the backstories on all the usernames we could have. I ain't gonna lie, though. My chat got some creative-ass names, bro. I haven't even had to look through much of them, bro. They were creative as shit. But, hey, if y'all want to see more of these or even want to participate in these, make sure you follow the Twitch link down below and join the Discord for updates on when I host these, because I would love to get to know more about you. So if you're not subscribed, hit the like button. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace out.